So when it comes to differentiating your company, I think first and foremost, accepting there's a lot of people that do what you do, right? And when it comes to the word SaaS or software as a service, a lot of people focus on the software, what it does. And that's what MorePay and all the other competitors can do. But it's the service bit that they forget that with it, that comes a service. So, such as an onboarding team, customer success, or account manager sharing best practices as to what they see happening with their current customers. So, another thing that we should sell is that you get a service with this software to help your company with those payroll and those best practices. And in terms of how do you differentiate, I think straight off the bat, if I was speaking to a prospect and they said a more pay competitor, first thing that I would do is that they're a really great company. I know a lot of people that do use them, and some people have moved over to us. So I'd never crap on the competition or say we are better or we are the leading, because everybody says we're the leading, and I don't believe that. But when it comes to the actual value, I think it's people they don't really care about what your software does to an extent, or you're a company that does that. But what they're more interested in is why have their competitors or people like them have come to you. So if you went onto your website and you look at your case studies and customer success stories, what are the stories there? So what was John dealing with before MorePay? What did his life look like before MorePay if they were using existing tools? How did they overcome that? Not just with a tool, but what was their new way of working? Right? How did they do payroll? How did they do a HR? And then ultimately, what was the outcome of them doing that sort of process? So if I give you a real life example, Adam, I used to work for a financial solution that plugged in to payroll and all of that. And I used to say, our system can get your payroll or reconciliation done within 2 clicks and save you time and money. And the CFO, when I said that to them, they then challenged me and said, well, how? And I was just like, well, you use the software, it clicks in. He said, yeah, but how does that save me time and money? I still have to pay for your software. I still have to use your software. So how does that save me time or money? And I realized saying we save you time and money is very salesy and it's not something I would recommend. But the then turned into, so Adam, previously we had 12 people within our finance team and it took around 6 weeks to close their books. What they're able to do through a new process is get payroll done within 2 clicks, saving X amount of hours. And then of the 12 people that worked in the team, it was just now one person that had to do it. So the 11 other people could go do some other things in the company. That's still me saying saving you time and money, but putting it in a story without and actually giving a story as to how it actually got done. So the value is, why have other people come to you? What was life like before? And what does a new life look like? And they get that with your service.